Hey, ¿qué pasó, guys? What's going on? This is Hala Pablo. Hey, I wanted to just do some quick recaps on some of the charts that we've already got out. I've put out charts back on the 17th and 18th and 19th. It's been a few days, and so we just want to go back and look and see the progress on these, on some of the signals that I put out. These are signals that were given to my private group, and then I go ahead and after they mark up a bit. Normally, I don't share them publicly until well after they've marked up, because it's really not fair to the people who are paying a monthly $20 to be part of the swing trading club that I have, group rather. And so, but I really wanted to just kind of expand a little bit and share some of these signals that I get based off my volume spread analysis and Wyckoff schematics and things like that, looking at the tokens, looking at the coins, along with and then doing a quick analysis with the correlation of the price action with the volume, and thus. So a couple of them that I've shared with you guys. The first one was Cel Token. This is back on the 17th, before it really had that before it pumped. I could just tell by looking at the way it came back up, killed all these shorts, came back down, and then this tight-knit consolidative trend as it starts winding down this descending channel. I saw as you see the spread lessening, narrowing, and at the same time you've got the volume in the vertical bar volume. You've got the vertical bar volume, the supply and demand diminishing in steps, gradually diminishing, and that is a telltale sign that the market makers are going to pump the F out of something. And so lo and behold, that's what happened. If you kind of let it play out, it did pump. It pumped very, very healthily, pumped further than I thought it would. But then again, this is in a predicament, this coin right here, because of the whole fiasco going on with Celsius and the necessity to just buy up Cel Token to kill the shorts. There was just a battery of shorts just in wait to see this network go belly up and liquidate them. So instead of having that happen, everyone rallied, all the Celsians rallied and started buying up Cel Token, and it pumped. And so the good news is it's consolidating and it's still bullish. See, we almost have like this new cup that it's forming here. This U. This is a typical bullish continuation pattern, where it came back up to what we call the neckline and then came back down, settling right now, if you notice, on the 1.618 golden fib. Man, this thing is bullish. This is going to keep pumping, guys, and it's going to be exciting. So I want you to just keep watching Celsius. This is something that you can make a lot of money on. Now, I'm in the States, and I can't buy Celsius on a centralized exchange. I've got to go to DeFi land to pick it up. But those of you in Europe, England, whatever, can buy this easily, and I recommend you do so. That's not financial advice, but if I were you and I were overseas, I'd be buying the shit out of this right now, because this thing still has a lot of gas in the tank. It's going to make a lot of money. If you'd gotten in down when I put the signal out, you would have been up 300%. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. So that's Celsius. And then after Celsius, I put Dogecoin. I did a signal on Dogecoin. This is the chart before it marked up. This is on the 20th. And we had the predominance of demand clearly in the vertical bar volume, and you notice as the motive wave goes up inside the ascending channel, we're seeing the increasing of demand in the vertical bar volume, and that is also a telltale sign that this thing is getting ready, quite possibly, to mark up. And so we play it out, and we see it's marking up. It's marking up. Now I've got it marked at the zero, the 1618 Fibonacci again. We see a cup and handle forming, not unsimilar to what we just saw with Celsius. This is going to mark up. If everything behaves, if Bitcoin continues to be bullish and stay on its present trajectory, we're going to see a lot of the alts, all the alts, 90% of the alts are going to rally, are going to keep going up. They're going to keep expanding, keep showing signs of bullish sentiment. And this is no different. So Dogecoin has been in the news, notwithstanding Elon Musk's tweets about it. I think Dogecoin has, this next bull run, we're going to see Dogecoin do some powerful things. And so if it takes it up to the 1.618, that would close out and mitigate this bear block up here, and also close out this liquidity void that we see occurring between the 618 and the 2 Fibonacci. So let's keep an eye on this, and it's still pumping, and we still have predominance of demand, demand in the vertical bar volume. So that's Dogecoin. If you'd have gotten in when I said to get in on this, you would have you'd be a happy camper right now. So that's 2 for 2. Next, BAT, Basic Attention Token. Basic Attention Token's a good one, man. This is, look at this predominance of demand. These look like the 4 stacks on the Titanic. Only this isn't going down. This is smoking. This is green fire here, and we see that on each time it touches the resistance of the microtrend. The microtrend resistance, which is the channel trend, we see boom, we see green fire shoot up. Here we see green fire shoot up as it continues to mark up to the I guess we would call this the trading range resistance within the ascending channel, within the microtrend. We're seeing every time the price action hits a key juncture, we see the volume spike emerge, and the volume spike just emerged here. And so I said, you know what, this thing is going to shoot most likely. Let's go ahead and do a signal and do a preliminary, maybe get into the rocket and see where it takes us. And so here we see it's taken us up to where I would have taken some profit had I gotten in where I said to get in. You would take profit at the take profit mark. This is basically touching the micro trend resistance, and we've got a little bit of supply came in, but not enough to take it back down, and now we're seeing more demand emerge at this key juncture. So if this can go penetrate through resistance, flip it to support, then we could see this go all the way up to the 1.618 Fibonacci, and that would be a good little profit. It was a 25% gain if you hold on to it, if it makes it to it, and Bitcoin continues to behave. So basically 3 for 3 there. Dogecoin, Basic Attention Token, STORJ. Now I did STORJ yesterday. Here's one. This was a good one. We got in. I began seeing these volume spikes emerging on really, really small supply. Look at that supply, how small that is. There's not a lot of supply left in this. And so, and then we see these, it almost looks like erratic volume spikes occurring in the demand, but they're not erratic. This is the market makers planning a planning a pump campaign, and so I hit the, look at this. It hit the play. It shot all the way up right where I said it would to the 1.618. It wicked up through the 2, but it came right back down, and now it's reconsolidating along the 1.618 golden Fibonacci ratio, and it's going to continue. It should continue to reaccumulate along this line, and then we're looking for a possible next leg up in it. So this is on the 4-hour, but if you were to break it down to a lower time frame, say on the 30-minute or the 15-minute, you will see it be playing out with the, again, the decreasing spread and in the volume as well. So STORJ is something you need to look at. It's going to continue to mark up, I believe. We're not done with it yet. API3 is a signal I put out yesterday, and it's still climbing above channel point midline up, so it remains to be seen how far this goes, but it's still bullish, and we see the supply. See how this is going down here, this little micro downtrend here. Well, we see supply, of course supply is the red bars, decreasing as it goes down. So we're seeing correlation in the supply bars along with the price action. And when it comes to supply, that means that the bears are getting weak. The bears are weakening. Supply is drying up. When supply dries up, they're going to pump demand. They're going to infuse the demand to drive the price up, to sell, to resell to people who are going to FOMO in. So the whole trick to it is you should be in it before that happens, and you should be alongside, swimming alongside the sharks, like I teach in my trading group. Okay, so API 3 is still looking good, and Balancer is the last one I've done. I just did a chart on this in TradingView, and so here we see basically a little tiny cup and hammer forming along trading range resistance, and it looks to me like it's retesting the resistance line on it, and if it can flip it to support, then we've got a really good chance of seeing it go to the 1.618 and making about 20% gain on it. So that is not that's nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, that's a good thing. So these are all things that I'm looking at. I've got a keen eye on these, and I'm following it, and I wanted to share these with you. Notice you see down here the predominance of demand. The predominance of demand in the vertical bar volume. This is what you want to look for, especially on these Elliott waves, on these 1 through 5 motive waves going up. You want to see demand spiking out, and you want to see supply shrinking on each 2 and 4 corrective wave. Here's your 2 and here's your 4, and then we see such minuscule supply in contrast to the overpowering skyscrapers of the demand spikes. So that denotes an overall bullishness, and like I said with everything else, if Bitcoin continues on track, then there's no reason why these will not mark up. However, I would not hold these long term. I don't really think we're done seeing the bottom. I think Bitcoin has to go down and retest the 18,000 support line. It doesn't have to, but there's a very good possibility that it will. And if it does, it's going to drive all these down. And any profit that you've earned, if you've held on to it and you didn't take profit at the 0.272 or the 618, or at least sell it to 618, then you're in danger of losing all those gains. So just keep that in mind if you choose to swing trade these cryptos. In any case, I wish you the best. Safe trading, guys. Safe trading, prosperous trading, and don't get greedy. Don't ride these too long. Don't be the last one to leave the party. Get out before the cops arrive and they bust the joint down. And the cops being the bears, and the bears bust down the door and arrest everyone. So you don't want to be there when that happens. You don't want to be there when the elevator falls. So you take your profits and you don't push your luck and you sell it to 618 for these, because I don't think we're done yet. We haven't entered the reversals. The real reversals that come are going to fucking melt your face, but we're not there yet. But we're close to it, I believe. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for listening. Go ahead and like the video if you got anything off this, and that way you'll get, and if you subscribe, you'll get more updates. I'm constantly doing, this is all I do. I trade 24/7. This is all I do. I'm a full-time cryptocurrency trader. So, and I've been doing this since 2017, and I've survived all the bear and bull cycles, well, the bear cycles since then. And so I know a little bit about this stuff. So anyway, if you value any of these informational videos that I'm doing, I'd appreciate it if you'd at least like them, so I know that you're listening, and that'll encourage me and drive me to release more. All right, guys, let me let you go. This went on for too long. Fuck, 13 minutes. Jesus. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Adios. Bye.